Hello there, everybody. I'm Mel Allen, and this is Baseball Collector.
Yo and hello everybody, Mike here, Baseball Collector. And today I want to do a video that I've been thinking about for a really long time. There are two major scourges that have infected our hobby and really brought a downer kind of to the whole hobby right now. And that is, number one, the rampant and blatant shill bidding that's happening on eBay and in auctions, and the other is, of course, Slabgate and altered cards, conserved cards, trimmed cards, whatever. All of that falls under that Slabgate idea. And there's three major players in this. You've got really four, I guess. You've got the people doing the cheating, the people doing the trimming and altering. You've got some of the major consigners. You've got the third-party graders, the TPGs, and then you've got eBay. And so I think that one of the biggest things in this hobby is trust. And like most collectibles, if you lose that trust, the values suffer, the collectability suffers. As just a collector like myself, you just kind of lose interest, and it drives people away from our hobby. And that's a really sad thing and something we really don't want for the hobby. And so trust, like I tell my kids, my teenagers, is very easy to lose and very tough to regain. So how can these people regain some trust within the hobby? Well, let's talk about the two major issues. Let's talk about shill bidding first. The shilling is just rampant. It's been going on for a long time. It's not new. And quite frankly, I don't see a clear road to fixing that. It's just so easy to do. It's so easy to shill bid with people, all the connections they have in the hobby all over the country, and getting people to bid on your cards. It's very, very difficult to control, to monitor, and to ultimately stop. So I don't have a whole lot of solutions for that. But I do think, as much as we've been talking about all of this Slabgate stuff, which is what I'm going to talk about now, everybody's bitching and moaning about it, and nobody likes it, but nobody's really offering any real solutions for the parties involved. And the two major, I think there's two solutions that can be handled. Number one is PWCC. Brent, good luck, getting your reputation back, and good luck regaining the confidence of us collectors out there, and even the investors that you've been so eagerly and seriously trying to go after. I think one thing you can do is own it and come out, make some statements about it that are more than what you've done so far, and talk about it. And then, at least as a gesture of goodwill, maybe you offer some type of discount or coupon through eBay or something where you can give people 50% off up to $1,000 or something. That's not going to solve the problem, but it will, people like money, and people like being given back money and things like that. So that's at least something I think that Brent can do. And then just owning it again, just saying, look, it happened. We're sorry. And it's going to take a lot of time for that wound to heal within the card collecting community. But that's something you can do. In terms of, what the TPGs can do, I mean, I'm thinking about my own collection as an example, and I think, golly, do I probably own some trimmed or altered cards? You bet I do. I bet I do. Do I know what they are? No. Will I ever know which cards are trimmed or altered? No, probably not. And so the thought of getting any type of reparations or being made whole through that process is not even in my vocabulary, because I just don't think there's any way to make that happen. even if I did find an altered card and I bought it 4 years ago, I'm not going to be able to go back to that cell. I'm not going to, there's just no way to make that right. And that is what it is. That's all that's happened has happened. And there is very little we can do to fix that. But going forward, I do think there are some things that can be done to work on bringing back the TPGs to respectability and to gain our trust back. And so part of that is there's two things. First of all, the TPGs need to all have high quality scans of every card when they grade it and put that in their database. Put that as part of the card. And actually PSA has already started to do that. If you go to their website, psacard.com, you can see that's one of the first banners on their website is that they're going to start making high quality scans of every card that they grade. And I think all the major graders should do that and create a database of these scans. And the second thing I think they should do, and this might be a little more controversial, is I think they should use some type of invisible ink and mark every card that they grade. And you say, well, they can't do that. Sure they can. PSA already employs that type of technology on their autographed stuff where they put an invisible ink that they can only see. And it needs to be the same kind of technology that all three third-party graders use, so that if somebody grades a card under Beckett and they crack it out, send it into PSA, at least PSA can then identify that, go look at the database, go look at the card under the high grades or the high quality scans that'll be there, and they can kind of cross-reference that card and kind of see and determine if any alterations or changes have been made to that card. You might say, well, I don't want to have my 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle card with invisible ink on it. Well, then guess what? You shouldn't grade your card. You're not going to get it graded because that is at least a way to create kind of this universal database by which all cards are input and they can cross-reference that, use it for, to help with the trimming, altering, and all of that. So I just think that's again a technology that already exists. I think it's something that can be done to fix this problem. Make all cards have an invisible stamp from the grader, and they could put not only graded by PSA or something that whatever the invisible ink would show, but also what grade that card received, so that if and people cross grade stuff all the time, and that's not the issue we're trying to get around here. It's that it's too easy to cheat that system under the current way that it works. To take a card, crack it out, do some type of alteration, trimming, whatever, and then resubmit it to another grader or even to the same grader and have it slip past the grading companies. The grading companies, look, there are people that are doing this, right? There are human beings that are grading these cards, and so there's always going to be some level of subjectivity to that process, and you can't eliminate that. You can't eliminate mistakes that are going to happen, but you can mitigate those mistakes and the problems by putting some safeguards in place that I'm talking about here. Will they do it? I don't know. Are there other ideas that people have? Maybe. I haven't heard them, and I wish that people would chime up with not just complaints, but with potential solutions to this problem. So there you go, guys. That's kind of what I'm thinking about the whole deal. Nobody likes this. Nobody wants to have this be a part of our hobby. We have the National coming up, and what should be a just wonderful opportunity for everybody to get together, look at great cards, see stuff we've never seen before, hang out. A lot of that can still happen, but this cloud is kind of hanging over the hobby, and it's making it a lot less fun. It doesn't mean I'm not looking forward to the National. I certainly am. But in terms of how I'm feeling about things, I'm not thrilled. I haven't bought very much lately. I've been very standoffish, just kind of waiting to see how this all plays out, as many of you are. I hear it over and over in videos, and again, nobody's happy about it. So let me know down below what you really think about these ideas. Am I just crazy? Which is possible, but I think we need to start creating some solutions and get us on the road to healing our great hobby that we all love. So thanks for watching. Everybody have a great day and keep collecting.